right, colder temperatures moving in tonight. We've got a dry cold front that's crossing the mountains overnight tonight. It's going to pick up the wind a little bit and bring in this cold air mass with temperatures dropping about 5 to 10 degrees below today's highs for tomorrow afternoon. That wind mixing up the air as well will create some wind chills in the morning. So don't be fooled by these temperatures only in the 20s. Those winds will make it feel colder than that. By the afternoon, it's a real struggle. Full sunshine, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we might barely be at 40 degrees. This gives you a good idea how cool it could be tomorrow for the highs. That means we spend most of the day in the 30s, so just brutally cold with that front moving through. And this isn't even the coldest air we could see in the next week and a half or so. But we will see some milder air ahead of the next outbreak because we've got warm air surging ahead of a cold front that gets here really Saturday and a secondary front on Sunday. The way this unfolds is this is a pretty strong cold front. It starts pulling warm air up. So the benefit here is Friday, Saturday, we could be in the 50s. And here comes the rain. So most of Saturday looks pretty soggy, some mountain wintry mix, and then a secondary front comes in on Sunday. This could kick off a few isolated showers, but yes, that's snow on the backside. But what those fronts do is they usher in a big Arctic high that moves into the middle of the country, setting the stage for some really cold temperatures. But this weekend, yeah, be prepared. We're going to get some rain. It will wash some of that salt and brine off the roads and the cars that we had from last week's system. We're seeing a lot of that still out there. So that'll wash a lot of that away. We will see rain on Sunday, but temperatures in the upper 40s, more scattered. But then the cold air really moves in. In fact, look at the high temperature trends. Warming up for Thursday, Friday. By the weekend, it starts to cool down. And next week, brutal cold heads our way. In fact, the jet stream takes a huge dip, and we see cross-polar flow. Basically, the jet stream is going to bring air from Siberia and the polar region down into the central part of the U.S., and we're going to be on the edge of this outbreak and possibly some storminess to the south. This is a pattern to watch next week. There's no specific winter storm in the forecast right now, but with the Arctic air in place and sticking around, we could see the storm track get active again. And depending on what develops and how it tracks, we could see some winter weather chances. Now, remember what winter weather means. It doesn't mean snow, guys. It could mean anything from snow, sleet, ice, or freezing rain. All of those could be on the table, or it could be dry if that storm track is far enough to the south. But we've got a whole week to watch that, just a pattern to keep an eye on. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast shows the warm up this week. Enjoy it, trust me, because when you see the 10-day forecast, whew, that is brutal cold. Starting Monday through the end of next week, highs could struggle to get above freezing, and we'll see several mornings in the teens. Now, this is the type of weather that could give you some pipe issues. So I would start planning ahead for next week for some precautions for some really cold air. And that's the kind of stuff that could damage those pipes. So just a heads up, you got at least 7 days to get ready for that. But it's something to keep an eye on for next week.
All right. We appreciate the alert. Thank you, Brad.